As you can probably tell, I'm up late again because I felt like I wanted to chat with you. So yeah, I'm glad that we're here to chat again. This is day 6 of 30 of the posting challenge, video posting challenge that I'm a part of. And I have to say, it's been a great week. It's been a great week having great conversations with you. I'm holding the mic closer to my mouth because I noticed in the previous videos I did sound kind of low. So I want to make sure that you can hear me clearly. But anyway, in thinking about today's video, I want to I want to say that I went back and forth. I went back and forth as to whether or not I should talk about this particular subject. But then I said, within this 30 days, it's not only, it's a lot of transformation that has already taken place. This is just day 6. And I can tell you that I am a completely different person. I have changed in many ways. Or maybe I shouldn't say completely different. I still have certain things that I struggle with as far as sharing and certain fears and things like that that I know that I'm still working on inside of me. However, I have, I feel, definitely feel the difference. I feel the difference in who I am, who I am, and who I'm becoming. So I am actually excited to come on and chat with you. And that's how it's been all week. However, I thought to myself today that I think it's time that I talk about a subject that has been with me for basically all of my adult life, literally all of my adult life. And that's the subject of weight. Weight. So, of course, we know and we discuss in our conversations the like mental and emotional weight. However, I know that I would like to get rid of physical weight, which then it's all connected it's connected to the emotional weight as well. And I figured for the next 30 days, as I am stretching myself and as I am growing and, going along into um, building this YouTube channel, building different options for myself, I realized that those options also are impacted by my weight, my appearance, how I show up in this world. And for many years, how I may show up to other people is not necessarily how I feel inside. And so to I would like to show up in the world mentally how I want to be, and then I want my physical appearance to also show up in the world the way that I truly, truly am inside. And I know that there are so many of you out there that understand what I'm saying, where you don't feel that your physical appearance represents who you truly are. So, with that being said, I made some notes that I'm going to read to you because I'm always kind of writing. We can call it journaling. Um, but I try to come up with different ideas for our conversations. And of course, when it's late at night and my mind is kind of slowing down a little bit in some regards, it's helpful for me to just kind of read my thoughts out that I was preparing to chat with you about anyway. So let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. First, I'll kind of share my thoughts, and then maybe I'll go into a little bit more background on what I plan to do. Because one thing that I am that you're probably finding out is I do tend to be a solution based person, and I always do feel, for better or worse, that if there is a particular issue or something that's, bothering me or bothering a friend or something like that, I know that there's a time to wallow. I know that it's okay to feel sad. I'm not going to tell anybody, "Oh, just don't feel bad or don't feel sad," or, you know, sometimes I may not use the term cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. Sometimes I may use the term or phrase release water from my eyes. Okay, it may not happen often, but there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe it's not happening often enough, which is a part of the issue. So either way, I think it's important for for everyone to get a chance to release the things that are not serving them, and to and it's okay to develop good habits that you think are necessary for your growth. And um And then, of course, then the next step would be to maintain it, and to be consistent. But, anyways, before I get into that, I'll just kind of share a little bit of my thoughts, and then you let me know. You can let me know in the comments what you think, and if any of it resonates with you. So, in writing to you, and I kind of said, "Can I be honest with you? I've gone back and forth about making this video," which is true. Not because I don't know what I want to do, but because I'm embarrassed that I'm here again. I've struggled with my weight for years, not because I don't know how to lose weight. I've actually lost a lot of weight before, many times on and off. I've done extended fasts. I've been disciplined. I've proven to myself that I can do hard things. But somewhere along the way, I found myself right back here. I think one of the hardest things to admit publicly is when you have to start over, especially when people assume you should have already figured it out. But here's what I've been realizing: starting over isn't a failure. Maybe it's courage. So today, get ready now. Get ready now, friends. Actually, it won't be today. It'll technically be tomorrow. It's 11:30 p.m. right now on Saturday, day 6 that I'm filming this. Um, but it'll be tomorrow. But so tomorrow, I'm starting my fasting journey again. Not because I dislike myself, not because I think I'm broken, but because I love myself enough to fight for my health, for my confidence, for my future. And this time, this time, I don't want to do it in secret. For years, I've waited until I had amazing before and after pictures before talking about it. And maybe not pictures, but yeah, I would feel better, like if I went somewhere, if can I take a picture and I notice the difference, you know what I mean? Um but anyways, yes, for years I've waited until I've had before or after pictures, or seen the difference in my weight, because when having weight on, I don't like to take pictures. If anything, you kind of feel like you want to fade in the background, which is not a good thing, you know. Um, but typically, I would want to fade in the background, then lose the weight, then come back, and then hear the surprise reactions from people. But what if the most valuable part isn't the after? What if it's in the middle? So I'm inviting you into the messy part: the cravings, the victories, the setbacks, the days I want to quit, which we're going to declare that I don't have those. The days I feel unstoppable, I'm going to share that with you all. I'm going to share that with you all, which this is not something that I intended to do when I started my YouTube channel, but it's something that I've never done, and I'm ready to step out. And this whole experience has been a new experience for me. And this whole experience of sharing, making these videos, having these great conversations with you has been new for me. And I just think that this would be an extra added thing that is positive in this new direction in my life. So I just think that this is something I've never tried. I've never tried um, kind of showing this, uh, all of the journey of it for me. I know it's different for everyone, you know? So I'm going to share as much as I will say that I'm comfortable with. I'm not going to be one of those people that take their shirt or don't I'm not going to do that. That part I'm not doing. I'm not going to take my shirt off and show you, you know, I'm not going to expose myself to that degree, and I commend them. I love those videos. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing I shouldn't even have said those people like that, because honestly, I love those videos. They're very inspiring. But I'm just talking about my level of comfort is not such that I would be comfortable doing that. However, maybe standing up in the camera fully clothed, maybe you'll definitely probably see. Um, my face looking slimmer, things like that. Seeing the changes in me in my clothing, I don't do nakedness. I just can't do it. Um, but anyways, I know that I'm not the only person carrying extra weight. And as I said before, there's the physical weight, but then there's also the emotional weight. And most of all, it's also years of disappointment. And yes, years of feeling a level of shame, a level of shame. And I am tired. I am tired of feeling that way. And of course, I don't necessarily feel that level of shame all the time, but it's been too long of, even if you go and you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's not easy to buy clothes. It's not easy to buy even things that are simple for other people. Buying bras, buying clothes, going into the dressing room, trying on clothes. Um, and if you don't go into the stores anymore to try on clothes, just the amount of returns that you might do via the mail. You're tired of certain things like your bra strap squeezing you. You're tired of your jeans squeezing you. You're tired of just just being uncomfortable in your own skin. You're tired of the back aches, the knees, hurting. You're tired of just just certain things that if you lose weight, if you become a little bit lighter, you're losing the physical weight, you're losing certain, mental and emotional weight. And it is nice to feel good in your clothing. It's nice to feel good in the skin that you're in. But anyway, um, sometimes it's hard to believe, or excuse me, sometimes it's easy to believe that maybe you missed your chance to just do it. And that's why a lot of people, they just give up, and then they'll say, "Oh, like I said, I don't say things like I'm old, okay? I'm young and juicy for life." If there's any one of you that are going to stick with me, and we are going to continue to have conversations, you're going to learn certain phrases. Young and juicy for life. We don't do old. We don't speak that way um during our conversations. But there are a lot of people out there that literally, you throw in the towel, they say to themselves, and maybe you might be one of them. Maybe you've done it before. You've said that word that is banned from this channel, old. You've said maybe I just want to give up and blah blah blah, and I'm just gonna do what I want. And hey, I understand that thought very much. I understand the thought of you just want to live life and you don't want to think about it anymore. I have those times all the time. I have those times all the time. But I am tired of having those thoughts and then you still have the other thought because it's still there and it's still bothering you, and we have to be honest about the things that are bothering us. We do. And if we want to change it, we have the ability to do so. We can come up with a plan and change it. So I'm just going to continue reading to you my thoughts. um if I have the courage to be honest, it'll give someone else permission to stop hiding too. And I do honestly, truly hope that if you're out there and you're having trouble with this, follow along with me. Follow along with me. Follow, follow along on my journey. And I hope that there is something that I say or something that I do that gives you some type of motivation to say that you can do it too. Because you can. That's the truth. So here's my promise. Oh man, here it comes. I am going to show up one day at a time, one decision at a time, one video at a time. Not because I know exactly how this story ends, but because I refuse to let fear write the ending. So, if you are on your own journey, whether it's weight loss, starting a business, healing, simply beginning again, I do hope that you will walk with me. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to keep moving. We have to keep moving. So, those were the thoughts that I wrote down to share. Um, those are the thoughts that I wrote down to share. And this is going to be a journey in real time. I'm used to doing it by myself. and and I cannot say that I haven't had success, but I am tired of losing the weight, gaining it back, losing the weight, gaining it back. Um, I have come to a point where I do know what works for me, and what that entails is kind of like a mixture of water fasting, juice fasting, and in some points, whenever it's time to refeed, kind of keeping things healthy, low carb, um, keto, so to speak, right? Keto, but not with like anything like there's certain things that I probably won't have, like coffee is allowed. I probably won't have coffee because I just there's certain things you learn about yourself that you just know that you're not going to do, even though people will say, yeah, that's allowed or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not a big milk drinker. I'm not gonna, have certain meats and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that, oh, someone has to eat that way. I just know from a lot of trial and error, what works for me. So water fasting, juicing, things like that. So doing a combination of that and doing it consistently, I think over the next 30 days and stretching it out to 90 days even. I do have a goal, and I'm kind of tired of being over a certain amount of weight. I don't want to be over 200 pounds anymore. I'm just going to flat out say it. I don't want to be over 200 pounds anymore. And I would like to, before this year's over, I'm making the declaration, um, to you, with you, and to all that can hear my voice, that I will be under 200 pounds this year, because that's also one of the things that we've discussed a lot in conversation this week, is to declare what we want to manifest out loud. So I'm taking the time to do that. And I've never done that publicly or in this way, but I'm willing to try something new. I'm willing to just, feel the fear and do it anyway, and know that maybe this is a, and I've always heard this from other YouTubers that I've watched, other people, that it was helpful for them to make the public declaration because they felt like their channel kept them accountable, their people, their community. The fact that they were making the commitment to come on every day and to really just, be accountable for their day. And so I am actually going to invite you to help keep me accountable. I invite you to ask me how I'm doing. I invite you to, encourage me when I feel like maybe I don't want to keep going at certain points. One thing is that, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more, develop a little bit more like editing skills and things like that so that I can at least share, insert like, okay, my starting point, weight, and progress and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So, oh man, I tell you, I didn't wake up this morning thinking that I was going to make a video like this or make this type of declaration, but I feel good about it. My spirit is leading me to do this because I know that it's been many years of me feeling this way. Having success, yes, but then the weight tends to always come back. And this time around, I want to make sure that I not only reach my goal of getting under, and a certain weight, and it's not like, okay, I get under 200 pounds and then that's it. It's like, no, I have other goals, but for the end of this year, that is a big goal. That's a goal that hasn't happened in over well over 20, at least 25 years. I know. I know. I'm still not saying my age because I'm young and juicy. So thanks. But the point is, it's something that I absolutely, I need to do it for my soul, for my spirit, and it would be completely in alignment with everything that I'm doing right now because I expect my life to change. I expect my life to change. I'm doing this because I want my life to change in many areas, and weight loss and the emotional weight that is connected to carrying the physical weight for so many years. I want to release that from my soul, my spirit, and I want to be able to look back and say, on the journey this time, I had a different kind of support, and I did it in a different way. I've done weight loss in all the ways that can be its own separate video, all of the different things that I've done. Okay, and I'm sure that you've tried. If you struggle with your weight the way, I do and so many other people do, I am pretty sure that you have your own stories about what you have done or what you've had to do and all of the things that you've tried. And when I say I've tried everything, trust me, I've tried everything. It would be, somebody would be real hard pressed to tell me something that I haven't tried. So, um, so yeah, yeah. I just want to just say that this time it will be a little bit different. It'll be a little bit different. So if this video resonated with you, I hope that you will subscribe and join me as I enter this part of the journey, because this channel is not just about, talking about getting over certain hurdles, fears, or hindrances in life. We are also about action. We are also about action, and we will do what we need to do as a community to support one another. So this is the real journey. This is going to be the real journey. And if you're starting over in any area of your life, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. I'd love for us to encourage one another. And and like I said, this is not about perfectionism or shame or meeting a particular expectations. And also, I want to make sure that when you start any journey, quite frankly, but especially something like this, do it for you. Do it for you. I know sometimes there are things that may happen in life that might cause us to feel like we have to do it to, I don't know, show off on another person, get back at somebody or something like that. But I'm encouraging you to do it for you. Do it for you and know exactly why you're doing it for you. So, yeah, that's what I have to share. That's what I have to share. And maybe sometimes I'll make some juice with you. I'll show you. Well, I know I don't have any type of affiliation with Nama, but hey, if they want to call me one day, I'll tell you, I will shout from the rooftops. I have a Nama J2 juicer, and it is one of the best. I'm going to just go ahead and say it's the best juicer on the market, in my opinion. And so I've had that juicer since last year. I will say last year, like fall, like October, I think I purchased it, and I love that juicer. It makes it so much easier and everything. So, but I did start off with a juicer from that I got from Amazon for maybe like $80. I love that juicer and started me off and let me know that I do enjoy juicing. So yeah, I can show you some of the ways in which I juice in the morning, things like that, and hopefully that'll inspire you too to show you that it doesn't have to be something that takes a super duper long time. So yeah, yeah. But either way, start wherever you can if you want to, start, and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Know that you take your time, and that's what I'm going to do day by day. Wake up and just do what I need to do. Just do what I need to do. So, subscribe, like, share this video because it helps us keep in touch and make new friends. And I am so grateful that we had a chance to chat tonight. And I just always love, I don't care how late it is, I will make the effort to make sure that we get a chance to chat. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. I'm excited, even though this is new. This is new for me, but honestly, it all goes together with everything that we discuss. It all goes together. There's no way that I could just work on one part of myself, and I'm stretching myself in such a big way by doing this and then not include this particular thing in my life that has been literally like the elephant in the room, or the elephant on my back, you know, for forever, literally. So I'm ready to see transformation in this area of my life as well as my mental, because it all goes together. It all goes together. I do not see it as a separate thing. It's going to be my mind, my spirit that's going to help me get through and this period and transform my body, and I'm excited. I'm excited about that change too. I am, honestly and truly. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great conversation. Love chatting with you as always. Love chatting with you as always. And I will see you on the next video.